just so people could know what to do in a situation where they've been, wronged by these officers of the court, judges, whoever. Make them pay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Make
And I'm
them
gonna
pay
tell
for
you,
sure.
it's not hard.
They
One
made
thing
you
about
pay.
they made you pay. Make them pay.
Make them
Because
pay.
through the FTCA, the first person to bet, the judge have to look at in a favorable light. And what that means is if you file your suit, you the first person to bet. And when you go to bet, he have to do by law look at your situation in the light most favorable to you. So the one that I don't recommend, which is always hard to win due to the language of the law, is Bivens. And per the Webster's definition, the black law definition, Bivens versus 6 unknown named agents of Federal Bureau of Narcotics. 403 U.S. 388, 1971. And what this is a case law. And what a case law is, for everybody that don't know, it's something that the courts go by. So an individual file a situation, a suit, and when that suit get ruled on, this is what the courts use as an example. So people that's good at litigating, whether it's a individual that's not an attorney or attorney, they always cite case laws because the recitation of case laws is what strengthens your suit. Because now you put an example next to what you saying, which give it power. And when you use Supreme Court cases, those are what's called precedent case laws. And what a precedent case law is something that can't be challenged. An example, such as Brown versus the Board of Education, which is when we, as black Americans, was able to get an education in the same classroom as the Caucasians or Europeans or whatever you want to call it. So that's how people was able to be in them classrooms united as one. Brown versus Board of Education. And even then, in Southern white America, they still stood down there even with the National Guard and tried to stop the blacks from going into school until John F. Kennedy made an executive order for them to get out the way and let them kids into school, which thus forth led to him being assassinated. But that's a conversation for another time. And moving forward, we're gonna go to
Z up here giving y'all the game, boy. You better motherfucking believe it. That's one thing my nigga go do. Oh, my fault. That's one thing my nigga go do. He gonna give you that game,
I go
man.
geek, bro. Like that's why I be to myself.
Yeah, I like
because I'm somewhere else with this shit on, bro.
This wrong. I like this for
Yeah,
real.
man. We just popping. Like I said, man, it's always general conversation, man. You know what I'm saying? Fed Talk, you gotta come on, Fed Talk.
We got the best podcast in the city, man.
We going hard, man.
We blessed to get with one of the best wrongfully convicted motherfuckers, not taking nothing away from the other guys, but bro giving y'all his plays. He giving y'all his people, his connections that's gonna get y'all people out and other people that's in. You know, he's still fighting. He ain't get free and lose his fight. So, for all of us to be sitting right here and we putting this shit together for y'all, man, it's more than just 3 individuals that's been locked up, sitting here talking shit and all. We giving back. That's what this general conversation is about. My brother Meech podcast, Fed Talk is about that. My brother's blog, and what else? The other thing you got?
We got Voices of Injustice.
Voices of
Injustice.
Injustice.
It's nonprofit. Yeah. It's Voices of Injustice nonprofit. His plays, all that's about giving back, man. This ain't nothing that we taking personal gain from. This about us sharing our experiences and giving back to y'all. These are the definitions because I ain't get to go all the way into them. If you litigating or you got somebody in jail that needs some advice on some litigation shit, the case laws you are referring to is Bivens versus 6 unknown named agents of the Federal Bureau of Narcotics. 403 U.S. 388, 1971. And that's when the case law was put into law. This landmark Supreme Court decision established that individuals have an implied cause of action to sue federal government officials for money damages. I repeat, for money damages. if their constitutional rights, specifically Fourth Amendment protections against unreasonable search and seizures, are violated. You can sue. Okay, now we're going to get into the other one. The Federal Tort Claim Act, which is my favorite, the FTCA. I won this against the government of the United States, which is different from suing the state. I sued the whole America, and I won this, you know, and my name is in the books. Whenever you litigate a case, whether you win or lose, they're going to put you in the book, especially if you win. And your case can be used in that situation that revolves around whatever you litigated. So the Federal Tort Claim Act, which is known as the FTCA, is a 1946 federal law that allows private individuals to sue the United States government. I repeat, which allows the individual to sue the USA government in federal court for most torts committed by persons acting on behalf of the government. And what that means is anybody that works a job that's a government job, which is all law enforcement, all court people, and anything in that post offices, anything under that line, you can sue their ass under the FTCA, man, because they acting under the color of the state as a government official. Okay, key functions, waiver of sovereign immunity. Historically, the sovereign immunity doctrine prevents citizens from suing the government without its consent. But the FTCA provides a limited waiver of this immunity. I repeat, it provides a limited waiver of this immunity, allowing the U.S. to be held liable for personal injury, death, or property damages caused by the negligence of wrongful acts of a federal employee. And I'm going to stop there, man.